Hello, good
Morning.
good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank
How
you.
is
How are you?
everyone?
Yeah, we are fine. Oh, you back to your house?
Yeah. No. I'm here on the campus only.
Because the network is the same,
Okay,
so you
okay.
can expect you are in campus.
I think there is a lag in the. I mean, like, uh,
It's from your side because your voice was
yeah.
breaking.
So, are you getting 4G in there?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
I said, are you getting 4G in there?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay, okay, okay.
Uh,
So,
so, should we wait for 1 or 2 minutes, then start?
yeah, we can wait.
Okay.
We can wait and then we can. So, which service provider, which Wi-Fi you guys are using?
I don't know. I will have to ask the management.
Okay. बट अभी तो जैसे ही
Uh,
रहने वाला है मुझे नहीं लगता कि कितने टाइम में जाके नॉर्मल होगा तो मुझे लगता है कि आप लोगों को वाईफाई का थोड़ा सा काम करवाना पड़ेगा
Yeah, I talked to the manager. Let's see, like पिछले कुछ दिन से actually I told you ना electricity का भी यहाँ पर issue काफी ज्यादा आ रहा है because it's raining a lot. तो पीछे से ही electricity कट रहा है. तो लग रहा है कि
हम्म
मतलब वाईफाई नहीं चलता because electricity.
या
It's not
इट्स
always the
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डेफिनेटली
but some there is no. Exactly. So let's see. I have communicated it to them, and let's see. I'm sure कि अभी थोड़ा काम वाम पीछे background में हो रहा होगा. So तब तक I feel that right
यस
now
यस
it's better. Like overall, in the past few days, it was like breaking a lot. But अभी थोड़ा एक दो दिन what my experience has been कल से ठीक चल रहा है.
okay okay tell me if we want to go for means offline face to face for 300 hours so how many students you enroll in one group and what
Management.
kind of schedule do you follow
This is uh, once you have a word with the management, they'll tell you everything. Like, and you can always also go up on the website and see. So just click on the 300-hour course, okay? And when you open that link opens,
okay
when you scroll down, you will see the entire timetable of the day.
Yes, I saw that. It's
okay
like you
okay
start from 5:30 till 9:30, I suppose. So it's all like they have scheduled
okay
morning, like all the breakfast and lunch timings with asanas and pranayam, and everything is scheduled over there. So I saw that like before. So I was planning for July only, but then I just uh, assumed that it must be rainy season. So that is why I just stopped.
yeah even because December we are coming back so I'm planning for maybe January for
Oh, I was
300
also
hours
planning for December or January. Oh, we can coordinate.
yeah
Oh,
yeah
wow. So I'll see you of
Um,
January.
yes
yes, most
definitely
probably, yes.
definitely
Yeah. Okay, so okay, great. So let's begin today's class. So back and neck straight. You can gently close your eyes and start watching your breath. Just observe the natural flow of your breath. And start disconnecting from any thoughts and increase your focus on the breath. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Inhale, after which you can hold your breath for 2 seconds and then you can exhale. Go as per your own pace. Completing all 3 stages: inhalation, retention, and exhalation. Mentally prepare yourselves for chanting 3 times, followed by 3 Shanti. After the next exhalation, inhale deeply for Om.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Join both your palms together in front of your chest, then rub both the palms together. Place them on your eyes and very slowly, while blinking and looking at palm, come back to the smile and namaste to everyone. Let us begin today's class. So yesterday we were discussing about the three gunas. So Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 talks of the three gunas. And even when you go to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is a discussion on the three qualities of nature. So even Patanjali ji considered it to be very necessary to understand these three qualities of nature. And in fact, the Sankhya philosophy is also like, because I told you Sankhya and Yoga go together. So when you go into the Sankhya philosophy, then also you will find the mention of the three gunas and where they come in, and how the imbalance gives rise to further evolution. And because in Sankhya they have divided the elements. Okay, so how the three gunas come in and which elements come out of which the combination of which two gunas, like that you can study in the Sankhya philosophy. So I'm just telling this to you for your reference. If you want to go into deep into Sankhya philosophy, then you can. But for us, it's not very relevant right now. I'm just telling you the places where you will find the mention of these three cosmic qualities. Okay. So, and when you read about them, you get a better understanding of who you are. Okay. So yesterday we discussed the qualities of each and every guna, and we wrote down the colors also which are associated with them, and their qualities, overall qualities of the of each guna, and that you have to, for a yogi, the yogi transcends all these three gunas, and where does he, like, he rises above them basically, and that is when the final goal is achieved. So when he is free of the influences of all three of them. Okay, so let me give you a little bit background why this is happening and what is going on. So as per Sankhya philosophy, in Prakriti the three gunas are balanced. Okay, and for some unknown reason, so even in Sankhya you would not find the exact reason why this happens, like why the process of evolution starts, like, but for some unknown reason, when the in the body, okay, so there, when the consciousness comes in contact with the Prakriti, so consciousness is called Purush in Sankhya, and the nature is called Prakriti. Okay, so when the Purush comes in contact with the Prakriti, for some unknown reason, there is an imbalance that is caused in the Prakriti. So right now, the three gunas are the three qualities are balanced, but when the consciousness comes in, for some unknown reason, there is an imbalance, and this imbalance leads to further evolution. Okay, so like divisions like man, buddhi, ahankar, like we discussed when we were talking about chakra. So these are the evolution. We can say this is the evolution that takes place because of the consciousness coming in contact with the nature. Okay, so when you are able to rise above this, that is the state you are looking for. When you're free of the influences of the three. Yeah. Okay, so um, after we have discussed the qualities, let us understand how we are going to work on it. So see, one thing is each guna dominates you. Okay, so like in
Your
IPS,
voice
you
is
would
breaking.
have. Okay, how is it now? Is it better or is it still breaking?
I think it's fine. For me, it was fine.
Kind of same.
Okay, I'll change this a little more. Okay, is it okay now?
A bit it is breaking.
Okay, okay.
Now, maybe you can switch off your video then.
Okay, let's try that.
Mm, maybe my internet is slow.
How is it now?
Yeah, better.
Good, good.
Good. Okay, great. So I'll keep the video off only in that case. Okay. So yeah, where was I? The how do you deal with that? So I was telling you Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. So when you studied in your therapy class, you must have studied Vat, Pitta, and Kapha, and um, how when there is an imbalance, then in the doshas, then there is disease in the body. So in that way, same thing, like, and you did the seven personalities also, seven types of personalities. Yeah. So same thing is there when you are. Is it still breaking?
No, no.
Okay. Okay. Great. Yeah. So the same thing is present when we talk of sattva, rajas, and tamas. So one thing is somebody would have like sattvic quality, like you would recognize immediately that this is a sattvic person. Someone would have a dominant rajas. Yeah, so you will immediately recognize that that person is rajasic, and someone will have tamas, and you will immediately realize this is a tamasic person. Okay, but for most of us, we are a mix. One is generally suppressed. Two dominate, one is suppressed. So sattva and rajas together, you will also find combination rajas tamas together, tamas sattva also together. Okay, so on this basis also you will be able to understand your own personality and see how you are functioning during the day, or in general how you are functioning or making decisions in your life in general. Okay, now like Vat, Pitta and Kaph are generally like personalities are divided. uh, During the day also you must have studied that one of them dominates. So when you get up in the morning, Kaph is dominant, then like this ma'am would have told you that 111 dominates during the day depending on which one is there. Yeah, so your attitude also varies according to that. So same thing happens with the three gunas. Overall also you can get a better understanding of who you are when you assess the gunas, but during the day also what happens is we experience them. So how do we experience them? So most of us, like these days, do not wake up very early in the morning. But for some reason or the other, if you really have to wake up early in the morning. So early morning, by early morning I mean 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. that time period, 4 to 8 a.m. around, I can say. So this time is when your sattva quality is very dominant. So like you must have seen like people from previous generations, they wake up early in the morning and 8 बजे तक उनका सारा काम finish हो जाता है. Like most of the major things they have to do during the day, they do it in these 4 hours, they finish it in these 4 hours. If you go to gurukuls, even then you will see that this time has been given a lot of relevance, and all the major study or practices take place in between this time only. Why? Because the mind is in sattva quality at this point of time, and when sattva quality sets in, then what happens is your mind becomes very calm and stable. It is very still at that point of time. So whatever you are doing at that point of time, it will be very fruitful for you. You must have heard of like a lot of people saying, "Subah 4 baje utho, wake up at 4 a.m. and do like whatever you are aiming for." वो सुबह के time को do. Like there are specifically books also written on this, that the morning time you should give to whatever you want to do. Why? Because that time should never be taken up by someone else, because that is the time when you are really focused, and whatever you want to achieve, if you do that in these hours, then you are able to do what? Progress very fast on whatever you want to achieve, be it anything. Like if you want to study, or you want to like go ahead in your spiritual like journey, this time has been given a lot of relevance. Brahm muhurat bhi aapne suna hoga, brahm muhurat करके टाइम बोला जाता है, ये सुबह का टाइम ही होता है. तो because sattva quality is very high, and you will see that when rajas and tamas set in, your most of your energy will go in fighting off or neutralizing the effects of rajas and tamas. So you won't be able to progress a lot when you are in rajasic nature or tamasic nature, even though spiritual practices with asana pranayama will be able to balance things out. So there is actually real progress sattva quality. Okay, that there are no hindrance on your path. Okay, so अब जल्दी से no matter what it is, wake up in the morning and give that thing time in the morning. इस तरह से मत करना कि आप शाम में उस चीज को टाइम दोगे, ठीक है? आप क्या करो, सुबह में उस चीज को टाइम दो, जो भी आप अचीव करना चाह रहे हो, वट एवर योर पर्सनल गोल्स आर, एंड सी हाउ इट इज इम्पैक्टिंग योर ओवरऑल प्रोग्रेस, ठीक है? फिर व्हाट हैपेंस इज रजस क्वालिटी स्टार्ट सेटिंग, ठीक है? तो 8 बजे के बाद दे बिकम वेरी एक्टिव ऑल्सो, तो पीपल जनरली गो टू वर्क आफ्टर दैट. तो क्या है, वो सपोर्ट हो रहा है. क्यों, व्हाई इज द टाइम टेबल set in such a way that a night job
Your voice is
Ma'am,
breaking.
yeah.
don't have a very healthy. Why? During
Hello.
summer quality is like very okay.
Hello.
So
Can you
wait,
repeat
wait.
it? Your voice
Let
was
me change
breaking.
my location okay altogether. How is it now?
Fine,
Yes,
I
good.
think. Please repeat what you said after, like
Rajas.
about
From
Rajas.
Rajas.
About Rajas. Okay. So after 8 a.m. during the day, the Rajas quality starts setting in. तो क्या होता है, हम काम करने के लिए कब जाते हैं? जब क्या होता है, मतलब जनरली ऑफिस आवर्स और आल्सो सच कि चलो 7-8 बजे से आपका ऑफिस शुरू हो जाता है, लाइक फॉर अ जनरल पर्सन दैट इज व्हाट हैपेंस. So why are like night jobs, and like you will see people who have night jobs, their bodily cycle is very disturbed, and their lifestyle is also very disturbed, and they're not able to manage their health very well. Why? Because during night the tamas quality sets in, and tamas has the tendency, like yesterday also we wrote down, sleep is associated with tamas. Okay, so जब सोने का टाइम आ रहा होता है तब तामसिक quality sets in, and it helps you to go into sleep properly. Okay, so during the day, like you do the major, like we can say earning, whatever thing you do to earn your daily livelihood, उस चीज में आप डायरेक्ट करते हो, ठीक है? Why? Because Rajas is very active, and Rajas yesterday also movement activity is associated with Rajasic quality. Okay, तो वो आपके लिए सबसे favorable time होगा to do all of these things. Okay, and then during night what happens is tamas sets in, so it supports your sleep. Even if you see scientifically, like melatonin sets in, yeah, and it's the sleep hormone, and वो रात के time पर set in होना start होता है, and you like by default only you start falling asleep, you feel very tired, and you're just like, now I want to hit the bed, yeah, अब नींद आ रही है बहुत ज्यादा. तब क्या होता है, tamas quality is setting. And even during the day whenever you feel like sleeping, so understand that tamasic quality is now what is happening is tamas quality is taking over at that point of time when you are feeling sleepy. Okay, so as per your Vata, Pitta, Kapha, which personality type you are, ma'am would have told you that which personality can sleep during the day and which cannot. Yeah, so she must have discussed that with you guys. So उस हिसाब से, if you are facing like you're feeling sleepy during the day, तो अगर आपकी वात पित्त का supports that, like the personality supports that, then you can take a short nap. But if it doesn't, then go get up, do something which will help you to fight that sleep off. Okay, so इस तरह से आप, like, this is the way in which you will see your day-to-day functions and understand किस time पर what is relevant for you, and try to work on that quality. तो सुबह spiritual practices के लिए सबसे अच्छा time होगा आपके लिए, ठीक है? तो let's see how we move from tamas to sattva or rajas to sattva. Okay, any doubts in any of the things that we have discussed?
No.
Okay. Great. So how do we move from one particular guna to the other? So, सबसे first thing is, you know that sattva is associated with white. Okay, so wear white, and don't just wear white. You have to be aware of that thing. So, मान लो मैंने आज white t-shirt पहनी हुई है, but I'm not aware of that thing. Okay, so if I'm not aware, maybe I'll feel the impact, maybe I won't feel the impact. But generally, generally, if you are aware of something, when you have consciously added it to your life, तब वो चीज आपको impact करने लगेगी. It will have an impact on your mindset. So whenever you feel that you want to increase sattva in your life, buy white clothes. You must have seen a lot of spiritual people wear white. This is the reason. Even in my institute where we studied, we had white t-shirts. Like that was our dress code: white t-shirt, blue lower. So like like the entire year we were seen only in white t-shirt, blue lower. That's it. That's what we wore in that during that entire year. So क्यों? क्योंकि वो एक सात्विक क्वालिटी को ट्रिगर करता है अंदर से. ठीक है. Maybe you can get your walls painted white, or just buy some white things which will constantly become a reminder for you that okay, I need to get into this sattvic state of mind, sattvic state of being. So first thing is this. Second thing, the colors that you will avoid. Yeah, so red को specifically थोड़ा सा कम कर दो. Okay, so reduce red a little bit. Then black, especially black. Okay, so most of us like wearing black and full black. T-shirt भी black, lower भी black. ठीक है. So what starts happening is आप उसी quality imbibe करने लगते हो. So try to reduce black in your life. कम से कम try करो कि अच्छा कभी कभी पहनना पड़ता है, ऐसा नहीं है. Sometimes we have to wear black. It's okay. But most of the times prefer either white or other colors. Okay, so go for that. So tamas to आपको really avoid करना है, because when you are in tamas, it is very difficult to come out of that tamasic quality. Okay, so black try to avoid, red also reduce, and see how the color that you are wearing, how is it impacting your mood. So today's homework, like today for the entire day, whatever you're wearing, whichever color you're wearing, just see how it's impacting you overall. Because our clothes, everything, when you come into yoga, you will realize even these small things like impact us, and they impact us the most actually. If we change these small things, then the mood or whatever state of mind you are in, it doesn't like affect you that much. Okay, so second thing that you can do is, so let me come to tamas. So tamas has this quality of being very lazy. Okay, तो कभी कभी ऐसा होता है, we are sleeping, we don't want to wake up only, or during the day we are watching Netflix and we are becoming very lazy. We know we have a class and we are just like, nahi, aaj nahi, not today. Why? Because tamas comes into dominance at that point of time. So what you can do for this is practice. So start with Shatkarm. Okay, so Shatkarm, Asan, Pranayam. Do anything that makes you more active. Okay, so if you're feeling super lazy, just get up and start with anything. So even when you are in tamas, it is very difficult to do the practice of asana. Like अगर आप किसी भी तामसिक, जब तामसिक dominate कर रहा होगा, आप मिलोगे, तो that person would be very demotivated to even come on the mat. तो उस केस में क्या करना है, like in this the severe case of tamas, get up and do anything. Okay, just make yourself active, because उस टाइम पर एक्टिविटी बहुत ज्यादा लो हो जाती है. ठीक है, तो in yoga what you can do is go for pranayams, go for asana practice, just move the body, get the energy flowing. Okay, when we come to rajas, how do we work through rajas? So whenever you meet a person जिसका राजसिक nature बहुत dominate करता है, so that person is very active, so they don't mind कि काम करना पड़ रहा है, उठ जाएंगे, काम करेंगे अपना. But क्या है, there is a lot of attachment with the work. Okay, so when this attachment comes, there is very high. So they are passionate, and if something goes wrong in that particular area of life or that particular thing, तो वो उतना ही ज़्यादा hurt होते हैं, उतना ही ज़्यादा suffer करते हैं. There is so much suffering and hurt that they face because they are very passionate, and that comes because they are attached. Okay, so ego पर you have to work. So what you can do is, you already have activeness in the body. Now you have to understand how to control. पहले में activity थी, there was no activity when there was tamas. Okay, but in rajas you have the energy, you have the will to do something, but you are so attached that it hurts you. So you have to understand how to control it and direct it. So what you do is, you do practices like uh, diverting your attention towards good work. Yeah, you can go into seva.
Hi.
So there are a lot
Can
of
you repeat, please? I just lost you because about you have that energy, you have that that Rajas is activate. So what to do? Like I missed that part. Maybe your voice got out.
Hmm. Hmm. So like has a lot of energy. Okay, so उसको बस direct करनी है. He or she just needs to understand that energy, the right thing. So they can divert their attention towards some work, whatever they consider, like whatever they stand for, or whatever they think that it's good for everyone. They can direct their energy towards some good work, like human living the environment. They can direct their energy towards those things, towards things that are beneficial for everyone, not just them. So Rajas has this quality of wanting to work for things that are selfish. So they are only beneficial to them, or maybe one or two people around them. उससे ज़्यादा उनका scope नहीं जाता. Like, so for my family, I will do. Yeah, but उनको क्या है, they have to go towards an attitude of being given towards everything. That is the sattva quality. Compassion is there in some. So they can participate in activities where there is general well-being of people. So they can go for seva. So there are a lot of spiritual places, or maybe not spiritual, just any place where you are getting to serve people. That is very good for them. Okay. Then Ishwar Pranidhan, where they are sacrificing their own ego, or giving up their own ego, and understanding that there is a higher power. Yeah, and devoting all of their actions to that higher power. So there is a lot of faith over here. So when they go to the practice of Ishwar Pranidhan, their ego goes down, because now they're not attached to the fruits of whatever they are doing. Yeah, so it's reducing their attachment and ego at the same time. They can also go into the practice of swadhyay, yeah, or introspection, self-introspection. So either they can go and read texts, like depending on what they prefer. Like कोई spiritual text पढ़ो, या कुछ like read something where selflessness has been talked about, or the general truths of life have been talked of. That really helps them, because when we read something, sometimes we have those aha moments where the reality sets in. So it's very good for them to read such things. Yeah, and also self introspection. So maintain a diary, or maintain something which gives you a track of like whatever you are doing. Activities are of your activities during the day are directed towards something which I can say which is promoting the rajas quality in you. Then note down what you're doing during the day, or what you learn during your day, and उस पे work करो day by day. Work on those things. So when most of your energy will be directed towards sattvic things, then you will see that everything, like your mindset begins to change and your mind starts to become very calm. So you can go for spiritual things or wherever you feel happy. Some people feel very happy doing gardening. That's very therapeutic for them. So they can go and do those things, like which will generally benefit everybody. Up now, I'm like with Rajasic quality also I can plant a tree, but वो overall good भी आपका करेगा. तो Rajas and Sattva will be a mixture in this. Okay, so let me give you a very general example for explaining how your intention really matters when you are doing something. Okay, so let's take the example of charity. Okay, so now hypothetically, I only have three ways of donating. Okay, one thing is that I will go and donate to someone. Uh, Suppose someone who doesn't have a lot, like some beggar. We find a lot of beggars on the street. Yeah. So एक मेरे पास option है, जो मेरे पास resources हैं, whatever resources I have, मैं जाकर इस चीज में I can put in. Okay. So charity is a very good thing. When we hear of charity, we generally think of it being a very good deed, and indeed it is. But the intention also counts, the understanding also counts. Okay, one thing is I go and give it to a beggar. Second scenario comes in where, okay, I'm going for charity and I believe in something and it's overall good also. But what happens, I'm attached to some outcome from that. Okay? So suppose I believe in animal rights. So I work with some NGO and I go and donate money over there. And what happens is they tell me that if you donate certain amount of money, my name would be written somewhere. Like they have an appreciation board, or वहाँ पर ये सब account. This will be accounted for, and my name will come over there, and with my name that will come. How much I have donated. Okay. Second scenario is this. Third scenario is, okay, I go and donate somewhere where I'm not attached to uh, uh, how that, where that money is going. I'm not attached ki mera kya, what benefit I will see over there when I donate over there. I donated for overall well-being or for some good work. Okay, and I'm in case of Rajas, I'm somewhere attached right now. When it comes to Sattva, I'm not attached. Okay, so for example, you first case, we are donating to, so we are doing a good deed when we give that money to the beggar. But there is tamasic quality in this charity. Why? Because ignorance hai. Okay, there is a lot of ignorance when I give money to a beggar because I don't know what that beggar is going to do with that. So मैंने दे तो दिया, I've given that money. But suppose that beggar, and most of the girls do this, they go and buy drugs or buy alcohol. So this is a combination of sattva and tamas together. Okay, you do a good deed, but there is ignorance in this good deed. Okay. Second case is when I donated money. Okay, and I donated it like in a pet care place. So I really believe in that. I went and I donated. But I was also attached somewhere to the result कि मेरा नाम show होगा. My name show up. Like, okay, Soumya donated this amount of money on this date. Very good. I was very happy when I was donating. The first thing they told me was that my name would be shown. I got very happy. But when I donated, after a while, when I went on the day, they were going to announce and tell everyone this is how much I have donated. Then what happens is they forget. They forget to announce my name. And then what happens is I become very irritated, angry, restless because of this thing, because of the way in which that organization behaved. They did not even notice what I had done. Yeah. So then what happens is this causes a lot of suffering in me because I was attached to my donation. Okay. So combination of sattva and rajas. यहाँ पे दोनों आ गए. Why? Because it's a good deed. There is sattva in it, no doubt. But then I was also donating with a perception in my mind that this thing should happen when I do. And when it doesn't happen, then we feel sad, we suffer because of that. Okay. And sattvic donation, purely sattvic donation would actually be something where you are donating for the well-being of a lot of people. So it's not a selfish donation. Okay. And second is that there's a sense of selfishness in that donation. And second, a lot of people benefit from it at the same time. So when you go and donate at places where you know that the funds are going to like be used properly, or when you go and donate in a place where you know practices like yoga are being taught over there, yoga or meditation in general, whichever thing, then it counts as a sattvic donation. Why? Because see, when you are donating for some to a beggar, and suppose he goes and buys food, okay, it's genuine. So kya hoga, one time or maybe you donated two times or for a month, their hunger would be satisfied, but then after that once again they will run out of money, and that will cause them suffering again, because for that people, like there is no permanent source of income. So for a while, till the time the money that you give lasts, they will be happy. Okay. And after that, they will go back into suffering again. So kya hai ki whatever needs we have, no doubt we can donate for them. But the higher understanding comes in when you understand that you, the person who is free from the overall sufferings, that is the highest way to elevate someone. Yeah, when you able to give your money in a direction where somebody is teaching someone else an overall holistic view of getting free of their suffering. So that donation becomes sattvic in nature, because you are teaching them the ultimate thing. Now you guys are practicing yoga, so you understand, you have this understanding that this is the thing you want to fall back on whenever you face any suffering in your life. Yeah, this is the place you come to, or this is the practice you come to, no matter what happens in your life, because you know this practice will take care of you. So क्या है, आपको एक tool मिल गया, you got a tool for your life. So जब when you channel, because money is also a form of energy, channel energy in that direction, then it becomes sattvic. Okay. So any doubts in any of the things we have discussed so far?
In the mid, you said that when you donate but with ignorance. Can you explain that a bit?
Anuradha ji, your voice is not clear. Can you just come a little bit closer to the microphone and then like ask?
Yeah, actually, no, maybe my network is not good. I want to clear that part where you said that you are donating but with ignorance. Am I audible?
Your voice is gone.
Can I write it in the chat box?
Yeah, now you are.
Can you please explain that
Yeah,
part?
chat box.
Okay, I'll write it.
Okay, just write it down in the chat box. It was breaking. Donating with ignorance. Okay, so the first example. Okay, the first example, right? or the Rajas one? First one. Okay, yeah. So when I'm giving to a beggar, like that is the example I've taken for explaining the first one. So when I'm donating to a beggar, then there is a sense of ignorance that comes in over there. Why? Because first thing, I don't know how that beggar is going to use the money. So my intention is good. तो वहाँ पे सबको quality आ गई. Okay. So because of my intention being good, there is in this donation. But at the same time, there is a lot of ignorance also in this donation. Why? Because most likely this money is not going to be used in the right manner. Okay. And because this ignorance sets in, that is why like I am sitting over there where I don't, and there is ignorance in this fact also that okay, maybe I'm donating for food or for clothes or for shelter, but how long will it last? I'll just be able to give a limited amount. The money is there with the person. That person, hypothetically, I'm saying hypothetically, taking the other extreme, the person will be happy. But once that resource drains out, that person will again go into suffering. So वहाँ पर क्या हुआ? There is this ignorance that okay, you are giving, but the ignorance fact that one thing you do not know, second thing that it doesn't last them for very long. So when you donate in a sattvic way, so kya hai, you're actually assisting them in the highest way, where they are able to understand how they are going to navigate through life. Because all of us have lows in our life. Okay, all of us, most of us face financial crisis or some or the other form of sorrow. So वहाँ पे the solution is not कि we get what we are lacking. The solution is to try to understand how we are going to exist happily in that state. तो वहाँ पर जब आप डायरेक्ट कर रहे हो, when you are towards the tools which will help you to manage life, it's sattvic, and in other cases it's either tamasic or rajasic. Was I able to address what you were asking? Okay, great. Any other doubts? Okay, very well. So let's end today's class. Okay. So back and neck straight. And very gently close your eyes. Touching your breath. And allow all this information to seep in. Take one deep breath. Inhale deeply. And exhale. We'll chant one time, followed by 3 Shantis. Inhale deeply for Om. Om. Shanti. 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 Join both your palms together in front of your chest. Bow down. And remember any one incident from the past 24 hours. Grateful for. Feel the gratitude and say a mental thank you. Begin to rub both the palms together. Place them over the eyes. And very slowly, while blinking and looking at your palms, come back to the smile. And namaste to everyone. I will see all of you in the evening pranayam class. And
Thank you.
if you get any
Thank
doubt,
you.
thank you. If you have any doubts, you can move them down. And today's homework is just observe the colors around you and see the impact. Like you can observe your breath. That is a very simple thing that you can do. So whatever you eat or during the day, whatever happens during the day, just observe the breath. Notice how different things are impacting you, which quality you are in, at what point of time. Okay. So discuss that tomorrow, how your experience goes.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
I will see you all in the evening. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.